Lionheart Laquinn, thank you so much for coming through, man. Welcome to Word Up Wednesdays. Real quick, before we jump into the interview, I want your honest feedback on the event and what you've been feeling tonight.
Hey, man, first of all, I just want to give a shout out to everybody who showed up, because from what I see right here, it's a lot of investment going on. Investment in self. I really like that, man. I came in here and I was just inspired. You got the murals and everything. Y'all doing it out here. This is what it's about.
That's real. Y'all give it up for my man Lionheart. What is it that you do? What are you about? And what drives you in the field that you're in?
Got you. So what it is that I do, I actually am a motivational speaker, but on top of that, I'm a professional boxer. So just ended up turning pro last year, 1-0, 1 knockout.
Nice.
And I use my platform in boxing to inspire the world.
That's what I'm talking about, Lionheart Laquinn. Don't knock my ass out now. No problems. You know what's crazy, right? You understand what I'm saying? Like, they treat us like we can't get angry, like we can't get mad, like we can't step outside of that, like we can't turn up. What do you say to the people that say you only have to be that all the time?
My comment to that is, why are you not? There's so many things that we can be negative about. Why not choose to be positive? That's a daily option that we choose. You wake up, you choose whether you want to be positive or negative. Right. So I choose positivity every time, all the time. It's not like a halfway thing. Like, yeah, I got shit going on in my life all the time, but nonetheless, that's never going to stop me from chasing my dreams. It's never going to stop me in my mindset of me being positive. So on top of that, anybody who knows about the law of attraction, positivity attracts positivity. So I'm huge on that, because I know everybody in here has a positive mindset right now, because you're here listening to positive things. You're surrounding yourself with positive things. So when you leave it here, you're going to go out and get more positive stuff coming to you. And I'm huge on this karma, everything. If I send it out, it's going to come back tenfold, and I truly believe in that manifestation to the end of it. So
accident. I don't believe in destiny. I don't believe in things happening by attraction. What do you say to the people who say things just happen just because?
I tell those people, I run across a lot of those people, because when they hear that you're a motivational speaker, you're always positive, they put you in that certain light, they put you in that category. So I tell them that you only feel that way because you haven't found your purpose. You haven't learned to walk in your purpose. You haven't learned to live your purpose. So that's huge, because when you do certain things like walk in your purpose, you're not going to be the one having that negative mindset anymore. You're not going to be the one, because you're always going to be looking for something that's either building your dream, or you're always going to be looking for something to continue to have that positive mindset. That makes sense.
This man is up here speaking truth right now. Y'all just say truth.
True.
So what I want to do is I want to ask you this. You talked about the law of attraction. You talked about the universe and the way it works. Manifesting and creating something. What's the difference between those, and why are those important? And do they go hand in hand? A lot of questions you want.
We spoke about it. You hit it out in the air, so it's coming back to you tenfold. Now to talk about the whole, some people are like, oh, Jesus, take the wheel. So I know a lot of people say that, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, you got to realize it's not his will. It's not just his will. It's your will too.
Yeah.
So you got to be the one steering it as well too. You got to be the one hitting the gas, hitting the brakes. You got to be the one deciding and maneuvering what you're going to do with your life. If you only say, "Hey, Jesus, take the wheel," that's me. If I said that, that would be me giving up. That's how I see it. That's me giving up, and I'm gonna take responsibility off myself, accountability of myself, and put it on someone else.
Yeah.
And I can't do that. This is my life. I live it. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm doing what I can to continue to strive and to continue to grind. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Y'all give us a little.
But out of any situation, I'm gonna learn from it. And sooner or later, law of attraction hit me.
Right.
That led me to a whole bunch of different other things, if that makes sense. So it's just an ongoing thing. As soon as you find your purpose, a lot of people just as a kind of side note, but a lot of people don't find their purpose because they don't know where to look. They looking on social media. They looking at the person next to them, their coworker, for their purpose. They for confirmation and all that. You gotta confirm your own damn future. That's how I see it. You gotta confirm that for yourself. No one else can do that for you. You do that by learning who you are first. What's up?
I want y'all
to know that this is an open forum. People that are raising their hands are people who's been here for the past 2 weeks.
How important is visualization, and how do you concentrate? I'll tell you, that it sounds stupid, but a lot of times, if you have kids, or if you're working a regular job, or you're in traffic, or whatever you're doing, a lot of times, for me, and I'll just say me, because I can't speak for anybody else, like the visualization part, I get distracted. And I'm a very imaginative person anyway. So I get stuff, you know what I'm saying, a million miles a minute. So how important is visualization, and how do you concentrate? Or how is
Right, that's such a great question. And, you know, people like me, I feel you because we got a lot going on. And I'm going to let you know this, like, none of that stuff is ever going to stop. When you do start even walking your purpose full time, none of that is still going to be coming at you from all types of angles. And the only difference is that you've been through experiences that made you ready for that. If that makes sense. So one of the things that I do, I have constant reminders where if I'm going to the kitchen, I'm going to see something that reminds me of my why. If I go to the bathroom, I'm going to see something that reminds me of my why. So I'm constantly thinking about why I need to be doing what I'm doing, and it helps me stay focused. Like, yeah, it's easy to go hit Netflix and binge watch for a day, or I could hit something over my TV, like, hey, why are you watching TV when you can be doing this and focusing on your dream? Bam, I'm back on focus, you know?
You mentioned that you were a motivational speaker, and I was curious, what is your main focal point when speaking, and how is it separate or different from some of the other motivational speaking services that are out there?
Great question.
So that is a great question, and I believe you can only, at nowadays, it's 2018, right? You can only come up with so many new ideas. There's been so many geniuses along, you know, the history of time. So you can only reinvent the wheel so much before people just, you know, end up getting Kanye, and now you're somebody completely different. People don't even know where, you know, he talking about 2030, but he's still in 2018. So you got to find that balance. You got to find. That's why I have a brand. My brand is Lionheart Laquinn. My motto is to grind with all your heart. Teach people to grind with all their heart. When I say grind, I mean you chasing your dream. You know, so that grind is congruent with everything that you're doing, walking in your purpose. You staying up late, you doing whatever you got to do to make that dream happen. No matter what, you do not take failure for an option. You know, I believe in 100% mission accomplishment. I don't care what I do. That's just what I am. That's how I'm built. I was in the military for 8 years, so that's all I do is I make sure that I'm dead on. It's laser focused. When your why is that strong, you're gonna be that focused. What differentiates me or what makes me different from other people or other motivational speakers, I'm huge. I'm so huge on brand building. If anybody knows what a brand is, it's everybody in here has a brand. Everybody. When some people say judging, that's part of your brand. Whatever you're giving off, that's your brand. I'm dressed like this right now because this is my brand. I care that much about it. I'm gonna make sure that wherever I go, I'm gonna stand out.
My man, Lionheart Laquinn. Y'all give it up for my guy. Man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask you one more question. If that's cool, say one more question.
I'm a small business owner, an entrepreneur, a supporter of all businesses. And when I talk to other people at business, I always try to talk to them about accountability. Just being like self-accountability. How do you feel about accountability, and what can you share with them about how important it is to be accountable for the manifestation of your dreams, for the outcome of the energy you put out there? Be accountable, be responsible for it, and know what you're putting out there, and be accepting of what you expect to give back from it.
All right, hold on. You go ahead and ask me one more time. I got it. Okay, accountability. I'm right there. I'm already back. All right, I'm going back now. All right, so accountability. Accountability, like some people think of that like a negative connotation. You can't think of that in a negative light. When somebody's holding you accountable, it's not just to like, oh, you messed up, you put that down, fix yourself. No, that's not what accountability partners for. They're all supposed to help you rise up when you fall. You know, and a lot of people forget about that part. You know, so that's the main thing. But also accountability, you got to make sure your partner is right for you. Some people are picking the wrong accountability partners. Sometimes just because they're close to you, they by relation or by association.
That's real.
You know, and that's not how you pick an accountability partner. You pick an accountability partner by somebody you either strive to be, or they understand you to a point where they can help you get to that next level. Does that make sense?
Yes, that was a golden nugget.
Piggybacking off of that, what do you say to the people who are struggling with gaining traction in their business, right? It's one thing starting your business, but gaining traction in your business can be very discouraging when in the beginning you feel like nothing's happening. What do you say to those people that allow them to keep going on their journey?
That's a great question, man. That's a great question. To keep going on your journey, to continue, because some of these days be bad, I'm sure. Just even setting up a table, just getting your gear together, having inventory, just those little things right there can be hectic. And that's just a small little sliver of what you got to do as a business owner. So when you say that struggle, you got to love it. Number one. But number two, if you feel like you can't gain traction, like you can't get off this platform, why am I still in the same place I was 6 months ago, a year ago, however long ago? It's because you need to further educate yourself on business. Find a mentor, a business mentor. So I have like 3 or 4 different mentors. So I have like an emotional mentor, somebody I can go vent to. I have a business mentor. I have a financial mentor. So it's trust me, these mentors are people that if anything goes wrong, I can go to them and get guidance, and I can get through adversity a lot quicker. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Y'all give it up for Lionheart Laquinn.